Are you ready for today's blessing? I've got a better question for you. Am I a man or a maggot? Many Christians want to be accurate when describing ourselves. And I've heard Christians before really denigrate themselves and all of humanity by coming up with all kinds of terrible things to say about their status. Perhaps because they think it sounds humble. Perhaps because they believe it's accurate. Perhaps because it's true. Or is it? Job had 3 friends who came along and tried to comfort him in his time of distress. Only they weren't comforting him all that much. They tried to tell him that he must have deserved the things that happened to him on some level. They tried to say it was karma, or that he had to do some good works to get out of that mess. But Job defended himself against these accusations every time. One friend, Bildad, finally gives up on this line of thought and tells Job that we all deserve terrible things to happen to us because we are all terrible people. Bildad tells Job in chapter 23, "How then can man be righteous before God? Or how can he be pure who is born of a woman? If even the moon does not shine, and the stars are not pure in his sight, how much less man, who is a maggot, and a son of man, who is a worm?" Bildad says nobody can be righteous before God because we are no better than maggots. Therefore, he says, God can do whatever he wants to man because we deserve it, because we are just that bad. As usual with Job's friends, we have to distinguish the truth of that statement from what is false. It's true that we have all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. It's true that our righteousness is as filthy rags, that no good works we can do would merit God's favor. But that describes our activity, not our value. It describes what we do, but it doesn't change who we are. Because the Bible says that God loved the world, not scorned it. The mere fact that we're made in the image of God makes us valuable to God. Valuable enough to send Jesus to die for us, to redeem us, to bring us back, so that eventually our godly character can rise to the level of our godly value. Even the lowest of the low, the Jeffrey Epsteins, the Harvey Weinsteins, the people who invented TikTok, are loved by God because they're people made in God's image. And we're challenged to love all people too. Jesus died for me, and Jesus didn't die for trash. This has been Luke Taylor. Whatever you're doing today, look at it with an eternal perspective.